Welcome to the Fear Fiction Podcast. Fearfic is the term for short horror fiction, mostly posted on the web. It includes any and all related subgenres. Join three assholes talking basement goo Slimebeast, inebriated interstellar traveler Abysmii, and irritable ghostly man-horde Dead Palette, as they read all stories horror and internet-related, paragraph by paragraph, and bullshit while they do it. From adolescent revenge fantasies to subtle postmodern narratives about real-life events and everything in between, they read it and critique. You better believe it. Kick it to the cold open, white boy.
Huniepop 2.
Okay.
Still don't have a goddamn release date, which I'm going to be... I am more excited for this game than Cyberpunk 2077, which, if you're Brandon, you think that it's indefinitely delayed?
I mean, it pretty much is.
Well,
I mean, yeah, and
have
the
you
joke
seen...
works.
Do you check Huniepop 2? Have you checked the updates on it?
Oh, I am following that Twitter account.
Are you part of the Huniepop Discord?
Yeah.
Because I know that Huniepop 2, they put up an announcement, like, within the past few minutes.
Oh, did they? What does it say?
We have unfortunate news regarding Huniepop 2's release date we'd like to share with you today. We understand all the emotions that will result from the announcement, however, it is a needed one. We've made the decision to delay Huniepop 2 indefinitely. And then it goes on.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
It's literally just the Cyberpunk one.
I am very excited, but I really want to know what the secret characters are going to be. Brandon, what do you think the secret character... You know what? What do you think they're going to be, and what would a secret character you would want to be in Huniepop 2?
Boy, I really hope it's more tan bitches with headscarves.
So Nadia and Nadia's sister?
I don't know their names. But yes, I want a harem of them. That's kosher or halal, right?
Halal, yeah.
So that
if you could have
a halal marriage is when you have to say a ritual and slit their throats, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's going to be included in Huniepop.
You want a girl with a slit throat, you said?
Yeah,
right?
I want a Kuchisaki Onna.
Okay.
I just want Celeste, who was an alien bounty hunter in the first one, to be back again. I doubt it's going to happen, but that's what I want.
Just play the first one.
I do, constantly.
I want Huniepop 2 Special Edition featuring Virgil from the Devil May Cry Special Edition series.
Ah.
You want to date Virgil alongside a regular Huniepop character?
Yeah, I want to date Funky Kong.
What? You want to date not Cranky Kong? What the fuck? Okay, so what if...
That caught me so off guard. I want Virgil from DMC. You want Virgil? Yeah, I want Funky Kong. I'm just imagining now Virgil and Funky Kong and the match 4 games by them.
Okay, so nobody asked me, but what if you had a secret character that was just literally, and keep your mind open here, literally just a hornet's nest, and the whole process is you just trying to stick your dick in it without getting stung?
Okay, I don't know that Huniepop has an extensive modding community, but your suggestion would lend itself to a good modding community, because it would be great to have fan submissions for dateable characters.
Not good enough for the main game, huh?
No, I'm sorry,
Oh, you're
man.
down with Funky Kong, but you're not down with a wasp nest. Okay.
Look,
There's a bunch of people doctors doing their rounds, and they're coming along, and it's like, yes, and here we have one Christopher Wolf. He has a
doxing.
He has a
it's not doxing if it's in the fucking footer of all of your web pages.
He has a swollen member, has a due to bee stings, Venus, if you will.
No, doctor, I got stung on my hand. This is the actual size of my weenus. You say it's normally this huge. That's what I say.
Normally this bumpy?
Yes, for her pleasure. You say.
So, sir, correct me if I'm wrong, but you reported to the emergency room to brag about the giganticism of your penis. Yes, that's correct.
Yes. Just yeah.
Okay.
I need this ginormous penis amputated so that I may play professional soccer more effectively. It just keeps getting in the way.
Sir, that's a very boring sport. I don't know why you would waste your time on that.
Do you think that Funky Kong is bald under his kerchief?
Yes.
Do you think 100%. He's going through chemo?
No, I think he's just he just has chimp pattern baldness, or what?
Chimp pattern baldness.
Ape pattern baldness?
Ape pattern baldness just means that you have a bare ass, right?
Like a baboon?
Yeah. Baboon pattern baldness.
No, because then you'd be a baboon. It doesn't, no, it has to be the scalp.
Well, no. If you're a chimpanzee, if you're some sort of monkey, orangutan, whatever, that has, ass pattern baldness, then yeah, you would.
Are baboons just monkeys who have bald asses? Like, when any monkey, when its ass goes bald, do they become a baboon?
We're dropping some red pills here.
I'm not a primateologist, so I can't comment on all of this.
Sir, I am no big city monkey lawyer.
Yeah, transition from that. Have fun.
Yeah. How do we...
So, in the theme of 1,000 monkeys at 1,000 typewriters eventually banging out something good, we're at the RPC Authority today.
Oh, God. It's been oh, no. Why are we back here? Oh, no.
Now, the RPC Authority, we started strong, we found some stories we liked, and then we hit a brick wall of a few things that just made us go meh. So we sort of got a sour taste from it, but it's just because what we picked we weren't into. So we'll see.
Here's the thing.
No, you say that, and I maintain this position, this axiom. These SCP-esque shared weird fiction universes all eventually run to the same problem of being milquetoast, uninspired entries that just do not hold my attention. Personally, this is purely my subjective take on this. I don't like this style of writing because my day job is legal shit. It's just reading a bunch of very plainly worded stuff. So when I read this, my eyes glaze over. That's just me.
Whose fault is that? But I will say that
my mom's.
And my free...
No, go be a history professor, or you can't do that. Then, I don't know, go be a lawyer. So I did, one step below one. That's why.
I like to picture Abysmii's mother as just Abysmii in a bad wig.
Well, no, we settled this. My mother is
orangutan. She's an orangutan.
Oh.
No, she was a rock, and my father was bacteria. And
I thought it was the other way around.
It was one of those two, yeah.
I plead the fifth. I have a foggy memory. I'm a big city rock fungus lawyer.
And now, prepare yourself for the blues stylings of Foggy Memory. Bum, ba-na-na-na, bum, 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 bum. Start any time, Foggy. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, right.
Why was that the opening to the fucking Ghostbusters song?
Ghostbusters, yeah. I went down to New York City. Saw myself a ghost. I lit him up. And now he's toast. Okay.
Man,
good luck ratcheting down the volume on that, Elias.
We have so many problems focusing nowadays.
Yeah.
Look, okay, COVID has, I don't know about you guys, but it has absolutely destroyed my attention. And I have ADD. And I've been good for fucking more than half of my life being able to control it, but being locked up all the fucking time, it's coming back in really hard ways.
I know what you're talking about, because, I think that people just, over the years, you learn to, cope with whatever your fucking mental illness is.
Yeah.
And, the dyslexia is, flaring up in really weird ways.
And I'm sure it's very entertaining, but I also feel like utter shit on very recent episodes where I just, I read, on the last episode about the intercom, I totally forgot that there's an intercom. So when we were talking about the hobos accessing the intercom, I'm like, why would a hobo use a fucking payphone? Forgetting there's an intercom in the story because my mind is fucking mush, because I have to, do a day job on top of this shit. And I listen back and go, oh my god, I'm getting fucking Alzheimer's.
I'm sick of you two blue-haired Tumblrites making up mental illnesses.
ADD.
I have ADD. Yeah, I'm dyslexic. Yeah, I'm missing a foot. Yeah, I have an inverted face. Yeah,
I'm a lazy vegan. Like, whatever.
Stop trying to one-up each other. Jesus Christ.
Anyway, RPC Authority.
Is veganism a disability? So I will say that I have been reading RPC Authority stories in my free time, and like I'll be like, oh, click on this one. Oh, that's boring. Click on this one. Oh, that's boring. Click on this one. Oh, that's boring. Click on this one. Oh, I'll read this one. So like here, we just like pick a story and commit to it, and then get angry when we don't like it.
And that's not entirely fair.
But Sturgeon's Law.
Every
90%
every argument will eventually revert to one party calling the other a sturgeon. Is that?
Yes, precisely.
Okay. You're a giant ass fish.
So that's my defense of this. We always shit on these stories, but like,
okay, no, we don't shit on them. I feel like we really accurately critique them. I just think that the format.
The format is the format, though. If you don't like, it's just.
I get it. I know. I understand. And I admit that I don't like the format, but even then, like, I try to approach No Sleep stories with the same. Like, I attempt to have a level critique, but I always just come upon these same limiting factors that tend to produce very bland offerings, and I just keep hitting them, and I don't know what to do about that, because I feel like I'm going to repeat myself if I read yet another RPC entry. That's just me. I'm not saying we shouldn't do this. I'm saying that's a hill I have to surmount.
This is just me, and this is not necessarily fair to everybody, but just to express what I feel. When I read an SCP article, an RPC article, anything like that, what I'm looking for is a novel and charming concept produced in a engaging way that is brief and to the point, while also, providing some elaboration into, a little bit of detail. Like, I don't want a big, huge mess of detail, and I don't want just 2 paragraphs where it's like, it's a beer bottle, and if you piss into it, your piss turns into the spirit of your dead mother, like.
Okay, no, that would be cool.
But that's exactly where I'm coming from. I feel that these things should keep it simple, stupid, and I think that that's why we had a honeymoon phase with RPC as opposed to SCP, because like they are way past that to the point where every story has to be needlessly complicated. But some of the RPC stories that are still being produced end up being those kind of simple ideas, whereas it seems like the SCP Foundation is just off its fucking rocker.
It just is like, it's one of those things where it's like, if the concept isn't novel, I'm not interested. If the concept isn't charming in some way, I'm not interested. If it's not concise, I'm not interested. And if it doesn't provide at least a bit of detail, I'm not interested. So it's like, as I said, it's not necessarily fair, but that's like, when I go into it and I don't get those things, I'm like, eh.
Well, just take my vague and contradictory information and make something great.
Yes.
What's so hard about that?
Exactly.
No,
I think that's like kind of the same expectations we have of a good any other type of fearfic. We want something novel. We want something charming. Will everything meet that? Of course not. It's very hard to do that, and we understand that. But if you're just reading the benefit of like the Creepypasta subreddit or Too Spooky or what have you,
Stay Awake or any other thing that we're the mods of
that we are in charge of and is superior to everything else in the world. It's the confines, the parameters you have to work in are very, very, very open. You can pretty much write whatever the fuck you want. The RPC is, okay, well, you have to have a register phenomena code. You have to have containment protocols. You have to have all this stuff. And fitting into that box, while I do appreciate the challenge that it presents, so many just fall into this samey, formulaic offering. And like that, again, this is just me. I read this and go, oh, God, I don't really fucking care how you have to contain it. Just tell me it does something cool. That's just me.
So we've spent 15 minutes talking about how much we hate these types of things. So now let's read.
We're going to give it a fair shake. We will.
I don't know what this we is, because I enjoy these.
It's the royal we.
Oh, okay. So just Slimebeast.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the Blue Woodsman, RPC-029. Register Phenomenon 029. Object class Omega Red. hazard types: aggression, ballistic, info hazard, sapient, teleportation. It's basically just yeah, okay, I didn't have a joke there. Containment protocols: RPC 209 409.
No.
Giddy up 409.
409.
RPC 029 is currently uncontainable in the event of RPC-029 encounter. MTS Alpha 3 scavengers are to MST Alpha 3 scavengers are to report to the location, anesthetize any survivors, and bring the wounded individuals to a local medical center. That's the phrase that they always use in WWF and E. Like they for some reason have an aversion to saying hospital because it is just too dramatic, I guess, and too real life. So they always say they've been, this person's been hurt. They've been taken to a local medical center.
Maybe
instead of saying hospital.
Maybe that just means like the nurse backstage. They just say this is a medical center, so we can say it and it's true.
This document and any other information pertaining to RPC-029 are not to be distributed or spoken aloud within forested areas of North America.
Oh, it's Bigfoot.
Is this Paul Bunyan? He said Blue Woodsman.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, it's the child of Paul Bunyan and the Blue Ox.
Oh.
No, not ox.
Description: RPC-029 is a humanoid entity approximately 1.8 meters in height, clothed in an assortment of blue cloth and rags. RPC-029 carries a beaten early model SKS. I assume that's a gun.
No,
yes.
It's a
Super kill saw.
Super kill saw. Speaking of WWE, we just found Abysmii's wrestling name.
Oh, shit, someone write that down.
That's his finishing move. Oh my god, he got hit with the super kill saw.
He's up on the ropes. It's the super kill saw. RPC-029 will manifest when a person or persons makes any kind of mention of the anomaly, whether direct or indirect. RPC-029 has only been documented appearing in specific locations, particularly within heavily forested areas of the United States, Mexico, and Canada, and between the hours of 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. local time. Manifestations usually occur when a group of individuals has gone camping, customarily exchanging unsettling stories pertaining to folklore, of which RPC-029 is occasionally the subject. Is this fucking Bigfoot?
No, I'll tell you what this is. This reminds me very much of Candlejack. Now, for anybody out there who hasn't seen the Freakazoid cartoon show, that creature is actually... Get it?
I wish we could just cut the episode there.
Get it? Candlejack makes you disappear. Get it?
Yeah.
RPC-029 will appear at least 30 meters from the subject, not apostrophe, in parentheses S, taking cover behind a tree, rock, or other obstruction. The anomaly is rarely ever noticed by the subject, as RPC-029 is not very visible at night.
I'm not visible when there's dark.
I'm not like other entities.
I'm not like one of those daytime entities.
I'm not like other girls. You can't see me in the dark. What? What? Becky, you don't understand how girls work.
Boy, I'm sure glad that we're out here by the candlelight and that they're in there and that he's out there and that RPC-029 is in there and that he's the sheriff and that Candlejack. Anyway.
RPC-029 will aim its SKS, its Super Kiss Spray, at the individuals and after approximately 15 minutes will attempt to kill all individuals within the group. Once all subjects have either been terminated or escaped, RPC-029 will demanifest.
So we were talking about... So you listed a criteria of things that you want to see from these stories. Mm-hmm. The one that's chief for me that I care about is the novelty and the simplicity. Mm-hmm. The information about approximately 15 minutes... unnecessary. I don't really know that does anything for the story. You know what I mean?
It's one of those things where it's like the RPC Authority would know that and they would note that, but in terms of story-wise, it's like, you know.
Same thing with between the hours of 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. local time. Like, just say, like, when it's night out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it just doesn't...
You can't in this because it needs to be, like, a sterile, clinical presentation of information.
But that is a sterile, clinical presentation of information because...
Saying at night is not sterile or clinical. It's not. Not when it's night.
After sunset is perfectly clinical because it's telling you exactly what's going on.
But it would still have to be after sunset local time. Like, you still
after,
have to follow it up with some type of qualifier.
When the sun sets at 11 p.m. Yeah.
On the Sabbath.
Are you sure it said blue Woodsman? And never mind.
God damn it. Oh my god. Going to hell.
I will say right now they have a bit of a novel concept in my estimation because we've got a ghost, which is like, okay, that's something you see every day, but it's a ghost with a gun. And it's like, okay, ghost with a gun.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shadow the Hedgehog is not a ghost with a gun. What the fuck?
Might as well be.
Is he a ghost?
Maybe that's is Shadow the Hedgehog actually a ghost with a gun?
Is the entire cast of Sonic the Hedgehog actually dead and in a coma? And
God, I hope so.
I hope
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay, we listed novel and charming as our two biggest criteria. I will take charming over novel because novel is very difficult to do this day and age. It's hard to be very original, but if you can make a charming twist on something that's already been done, that scores a lot of points for me.
All right, double. I want you to draw Sonic the Hedgehog in bed in a coma, Tails by his side holding Sonic's hand, Tails crying, and I want a crucifix on the wall over Sonic's bed, and I want you to post that up with as many Sonic the Hedgehog hashtags you can find.
Double. I don't know if you still have a DeviantArt account, but post that shit all over DeviantArt.
And have Tails saying in a little word balloon, please wake up, Sonic, please. And I want you, we need to think of a prize for this. Double, if you do this and if you get over 20 likes, we'll do a special...
I will give you $20.
Yeah, Abysmii will give you 20 Abysmii dollars. Usable at any Abysmii park location.
I'll do it. You can hold me to that. If you make this artwork and it gets 20, if it gets 20 likes or like 20, whatever engagements that are like actually verifiable on whatever social media platform, I'll give you $20.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Attempts to contain RPC-029 at any point in this process have been unsuccessful, always resulting in RPC-209 demanifesting, at which point it will slowly become transparent until it's completely invisible and cannot be physically detected.
I'm sorry. Did you notice how much more fun we were having talking about fucking Sonic fanfiction than we were actually focusing on this story? Because again, this is the issue with the formulaic parameters you have to do for RPC and SBC shit. It's like, you know, it's like reading a fucking recipe. You just kind of get bored after a while when you've seen 800 cookie recipes.
Yes,
they may taste delicious,
we know your point. We get your point, Abysmii.
I'm sorry. I've been drinking, and it's been a long day. I'm emotional.
Boy, are you. Addendum 1. Over time, the authority...
Addendum point 1.
You've got a point. Over time, the authority has had to intervene in numerous cases of information about RPC-029 being spread through pop culture and over the internet. The following are several noteworthy cases. So I think
my character is being discussed all over the internet by all his fans.
His name is Hipster Potato.
Oh. Yeah, it's a little bit of a hipster potato thing going on. I think that the idea of like a thought form coming into existence, this is kind of like a Slender Man thing, because like Slender Man seems to like have more tangible power the more that people believe that he's real.
Yeah.
So like that idea is fun, but I don't know that like the story is utilizing that concept well, or the whole, you know, C-Jack thing.
Remember the good old days when Slender Man was just a dude who stood there and went, "Whoa, children. Whoa, look over there, there's kids." That was it.
The best thing about the Boogeyman was that he was uncomplicated.
The biggest trick Slender Man ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. That wasn't funny.
Yes,
well,
it was.
No,
It
it's
was
funny
hilarious.
because I've seen that meme adapted to Warhammer, and that's why I'm laughing.
Oh, God damn it.
Sorry.
See, you have to have a pretty high IQ to paint figurines.
No.
And pay exorbitant amounts of money for it.
Yes, that is true. You don't have to be smart to play Warhammer, you just have to be wealthy. Case 056, a conversation relating to RPC 029 held over the social media and image board known as 4chan on the X board, which is dedicated to topics relating to the paranormal. Response: the Authority contacted staff of 4chan and prompted a takedown of the thread. The 4chan responded.
It automatically goes away, doesn't it?
The 4chan staff flipped them off and DDoSed their entire site. And it was funny. The Authority was unable to determine the identity of the original poster of the thread, nor any of the members. And we have a thread we can expand here. Oh, this is long.
DP.
Okay.
Let's make a compromise. Just read the second to last post in the thread.
The second to last post.
No, the third to last and the second to last and the last. So the last three.
We'll get there when we get there.
I tell you what, let's read the original post and let's not read the comments because they're just full of shit we shouldn't say. We're going to get a channel closed.
So the original post itself is what we're going to read, and then all of the responses are just a bunch of offensive 4chan stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all you need to know. You know that one story about the blue sniper that kills you if you talk about him in the woods? Sniper Jack. He has been in a lot of pulp culture stuff. He is a pretty typical horror monster, you know, some crazy guy stuff that kills people in the forest. He's still pretty obscure, though, so you probably haven't heard of him. So I'll go into some more detail about what he is.
Okay, guys. If the creator of this article made this 4chan post, either by posting it and really grabbing what people said, or just making it, with, inspect element or whatever, I really would give this guy a lot of credit because this sounds a lot like Happy Appy or something like that. Where if you're writing this RPC article and you can get through the technicalities of writing the article and having it sound correct, and you wrote this post on 4chan, which sounds like a 12-year-old wrote it, I would say that if this person wrote both of these, I would give them a lot of credit because this sounds like, a post you would see on 4chan or, something like that of, maybe you heard the last time when I was talking about Forensic and his minions and what they did. Well, prepare to have your, socks knocked off by this tale. It's like very unprofessional and like,
yeah.
If the same person wrote it, I commend them for.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you the horror.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you there's a monster. Let me tell you about the monster. The monster does this.
Yeah. Just the idea of...
It's Bubby the Clown.
This is their OC.
He's a pretty typical horror movie monster, Like, that is so perfect for what people write in, like, creepypastas and shit.
Yeah. This is very Bloody Smiler.
He's like Dracula, but 10 times more powerful,
I wish it was just this fucking 4chan post. Like, we don't need the RPC framing here. We just need this. This would be great. Oh, well. Essentially, whenever someone speaks about him within the woods, he appears from far away, usually behind a tree or something. He only appears at night, but his blue clothes can make him noticeable if you look hard enough. Yes, blue in the night is very easy to see. After a while, maybe an hour after he appears, he uses his sniper rifle to kill as many people as possible. Ooh. Usually it would be a group and not just one person, because most of the time he appears because of a few people telling campfire stories.
Sounds so much like Happy Appy or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I'm blue in a tree, now you died. Okay. You can probably guess what the pic is at this point, but there's some context I need to give you before you fully understand.
It's not a pic, it's a drawing in MS Paint.
This is a photo I took. That's the most convincing part of it being a creepypasta. This is real. Recently, my friend's girlfriend went missing. He told me that they were walking through the forest and he was joking around, telling that story about the sniper. It was pretty late at night, and she was kinda spooked, so she asked to start going back home.
There is something very unromantic about a sniper in the woods because, you know, if it's a serial killer or an axe murderer or Bigfoot, like that's one thing. But just some dudes picking off people, like that's a bit too school shooterish for me personally.
Joss Whedon, did you write this? Oh. So they started walking back, and after a while, my friend thought it would be a good idea to suddenly run ahead of her. I guess he thought that she would feel a bit scared being behind him, more alone in the forest. After I've heard that chicks are more likely to form a bond with you if you run away from them. It's called playing hard to get.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. To a certain extent.
I've heard that chicks are more likely to form a bond with you when she gets scared. You know, because of the implication of being killed by a sniper in the woods.
God damn it.
She would never go with me into the woods because of the implication.
Always Sunny, but that whole episode is about going into the woods and running away on her. Like, what?
Stranding women in the woods.
How convoluted.
It's like how people go on dates at horror movies.
Abysmii, this starts with the perfect start to a creepypasta paragraph. Go ahead.
Right. Anyway, he ran ahead of her, and after a few seconds, he looks back, and she was gone. Just completely vanished. He looked around behind trees and stuff, but couldn't find her. After a while of searching, he fucking saw the sniper. He was just standing there about 30 meters away. He ran out of the forest and left his girlfriend. Yes. Seriously, why is... I just want to read the 4chan post. This is so much better. He won't tell anyone what happened. The cops, the girl's parents, except me.
It's so perfect. He will tell me for no reason, but nobody else.
I don't really know how to process this. He drew the pic. It's not a picture. It's a fucking drawing.
What is a picture? Like, you're saying that like a picture is a photograph. Those two words are not interchangeable.
Also, his clothes
Abysmii
aren't blue in the drawing, but anyway.
Abysmii is looking up the definition of picture on Bing.
Well, a noun is a painting or drawing, but the verb represents something in a photograph.
Listen,
so
guys, let's not go too Reddit mod on each other here.
Mods are sleep redefined picture.
Let's not start appreciating Reddit too much, if you know what I mean.
Well, I've heard of ghosting a bitch, but this is ridiculous.
God damn it.
Oh, man, I want Susie.
Puts on my Velma glasses.
I'm going to take Susie out to the woods and fucking leave her there. She'll be all over me.
Kids, if you want a woman to like you, take her into the woods and let a sniper kill her.
Jesus Christ.
All right, well,
she'll really be crazy about you for 2.5 seconds. Then nothing.
Yeah. I never heard about this. You're making this shit up. It's probably a local legend or regional thing. Try to scare, run away. A+ retaliation prank. Probably liar, shitty spree, low quality urban legend. Go talk about sniper forest op. Or raider, superized Desu. Who says Desu in current year? Come on.
Weebs.
Well, this was 2019, so.
Yeah, this was 2019. 4chan doesn't say Desu anymore.
2019, the height of the Desu epidemic.
This isn't 2005. Anyway, that's the 4chan post. Now we're going to read about a wealthy entrepreneur.
Who is this now?
You.
Really?
Yep.
Case 067. A wealthy entrepreneur. Now, who are we picturing? The Monopoly guy, Mr. Peanut, Mr. Burns? Who are we picturing?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. Okay, this is Elon Musk now. A wealthy entrepreneur attempted to build a theme park ride based off of RPC 029. Yeah?
Yeah, it's working.
The blue sniper? I guess that'll sell in the Bible Belt.
Well, I mean, I think it works for Elon Musk. It's like, because he's a hipster kind of guy. So I think he'd be like, yeah.
Listen, Grimes is really into this blue sniper thing.
We gotta make it. My wife wants it.
The Authority became aware of the endeavor through an anonymous report believed to be filed by a rival of the entrepreneur. Who's Elon Musk's rival?
Bezos.
The Deep State.
Oh, the
Blue
Deep
Origin.
State?
It's Bezos, Blue Origin.
Do you say Oregon?
Wait.
Yeah.
So the rival of the entrepreneur reported it to the RPC Authority?
Yes.
Yeah, it says, comma, also familiar with the anomalous. So, yeah. Response. Go ahead.
Wait, I thought the RPC Authority is like a secret organization no one knows about.
Whatever. Response. Mystery Science Theater Alpha 3, MST Alpha 3, reported to the location and prevented any further construction. Only the first half of the ride was completed. What is the ride? You're in a cart, and someone goes faster than you, so it's like they're running away and then you get shot in the head, or?
You're acting...
no, it's a dark ride and you go through a bunch of fake woods and then you get shot.
No, that's the thing though, is like, when has a theming on an amusement park ever made any fucking sense? It's like, come on down to the Tomb Raider, Lost Raider, whatever, and then it's just you get flung around on a thing.
Spider-Man's wet and wild spiral.
Wild, wacky, wetted water ride.
Right before he had the stroke, the entrepreneur commissioned the wet and water, wild, wacky water wheel, wild, waddle, woodle, wild.
It's a great Spider-Man themed water ride, and then suddenly, like, Uncle Ben dies in the middle of it and just brings the mood down.
Uncle Ben dies, and you see all the water has been Peter's tears. Yeah. Pouring out of his eyes.
Come on down to the Spider-Man amusement park and try out our new ride, the Uncle Ben ambulance ride.
Okay, I for a long time, maybe I should save this for a resequel, but we probably will never do one again. For the longest time, I wanted an Uncle Ben solo movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe where he's Larry David, and he's like, my boy, he's going through changes. His body's going through changes. I can tell he's locking himself in the room all the time. I'm going to get him his first adult magazine, and that's the reason he's out when he gets shot. I think that would be a really good addition to the fourth phase 4 of the MCU.
We will do another resequel to when movies stop being shit and resume some normal non-COVID release schedule.
So never.
So probably never.
So probably never.
All right.
Goodbye, AMC. Fuck you.
Yeah, no love lost there.
All right. So where was I? Also familiar with the anomalous. Oh, no, wait. No. The ride was found to contain several highly dangerous sections with a bunch of blue hunters, such as a segment of the ride where a hatchet drops from the ceiling directly onto any riders.
Lumberjack Dan.
Wait a minute. No! This is ripping me off.
I thought this was a sniper.
Yeah. Note, for unknown reasons, MST Alpha 3 agreed to let the businessman go free. It probably paid them. It is believed that the man used a powerful mimetic effect in order to achieve this. Oh wait, is this another RPC?
Oh,
the man's exact identity is currently
Amazing
unknown, though he shares several ties with Group of Interest Amazing Co. Okay.
Boo.
So it's a reference to another thing in the universe.
Of course it is. That's what all these have to be eventually.
Amazing Co. is like the opposite of the boring corporation.
But
Elon Musk's thing. Boring.
Amazing Co. has a lot of cool things. I don't know why are you booing?
Because I don't care.
I
don't
think
care
it's,
to go look it up.
Because
bullshit.
It's a reference.
You fucking love the soda thing.
Yeah, but because of soda, not because it's Amazing Co.
Listen, little Abysmii. Listen, little 5-year-old Abysmii. You loved the soda in the park. Why don't you love the hatchet drop ride? What is wrong with you? Come on.
I know I'm being salty. I just, whatever.
Class.
This is all me. This is not a reflection on the story.
Class 164. The transcribe log to event 029A, a typical RPC-029 appearance.
I hate to be a complete asshole, but atypical people will think that you're saying like it's a typical one when it's saying
atypical.
People.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody really cares. But.
It was recorded using a smartphone of one of the group members named Jeremy. Responds, musky Sniffing Taint Alpha 3 reported to the location, applying amnestics to all surviving subjects and confiscated any materials, including the smartphones, which was found at the location. Footage recorded at 11 p.m. EST, local standard time. Abysmii, you fucking communist living in the wrong state.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe you people with your time zones over there. Being
if you would say EST, then why bother with local time?
That was their local time.
Yeah, so just say EST.
It's redundant, but yeah.
I think we should just get rid of the EST and the local time, and everyone should just be on EST. Okay, I don't know why we got to specify.
Yeah, Abysmii is like
Greenwich Mean Time.
Abysmii is always like Pacific Time is 3 hours different, one for each of the 3 Reichs, or I don't know.
What?
The 3 pillars of being a Californian.
Yes.
The first half of the footage depicting the group telling unsettling stories to each other unrelated to RPC-029 has been omitted. I'm chuckling because I'm disremembering Toddlers Can Get the Bullet too.
I've been trying not to bring it up.
I've been trying to forget it.
I can't not fucking hear that. It's a problem.
I really am heavily considering getting a shirt custom made that just
No.
Get
a tattoo across your shoulder blades that says it.
Get it in the No Fear font.
Can I just get Toddlers Can Get the Bullet 2 on the front, and then you turn it around on the back, and it's just Planned Parenthood?
Oh, fuck that. Put it on a baby carrier.
Put it on a onesie for a baby.
Begin log. A group of 4 people aged 16 to 19 surround a small fire. We have Davis, Sean, Jeremy, and Ben. 4 people.
Who talks the least?
I'm going to be Davis.
I will be Jeremy.
I'll be Sean.
Okay.
And then Ben will be Ball.
Okay.
All right. I have a story I don't think any of you have heard before. I think about this one from high school back in... Oh,
well. Start over.
It depends on the pod, really.
Yes.
Back in Britain. It's a pretty good one.
I hope you're not hyping this up for nothing.
Nah, this one's great.
That's me. Nah. No. Nah. Yeah, nah. You know, British people saying nah.
Yeah.
Nah, this one's great.
Let's hear it then.
As the story goes, it's an old, decrepit man, 6 feet tall, wearing a bunch of blue rags that he stitched together. He spends his time walking through the forest, searching for people on camping trips, like us.
Oh, like us. Very scary, Davis. Just let him tell the fucking story.
Oh, Ball.
Fine.
Ben. Wait, are we establishing lore here? Is Ball's first name Ben? Is he Ben Ball?
Yeah, Ben Ball.
Huh.
BB for short.
Oh my god, BB-8. We were ripped off.
Oh, fuck you. I was going to say Susan Wojcicki. No, it's Kathleen Kennedy.
Fuck you, Susan Wojcicki, and your Star Wars franchise.
Ben Washington Alexandria Ball, or Benoit Ball.
It's Davis.
It's Jeremy.
I said fine.
Oh. Okay, so he spends his time searching through the forest looking for people to camping because...
Wait, did you say you wore blue clothes?
God damn it. Can we get you to narrate a story in Ball's voice and people will just think it's a text-to-speech?
It would be so difficult, but I could try.
We could just have you read a single line of dialogue a day and just...
Yeah, it would be tough. Oh,
this is
Davis. You're up.
Ben. No, Davis.
Ben said, wait, did you say we wore blue clothes? And then Davis says...
Yeah, I'm getting confused. Yeah, but the color isn't important.
No, I think I see something. Something blue? Look over there.
Something blue?
Ben points into the forest.
Points with what? He's a ball.
Good question. Dude, I see it too. Davis is quivering. Care to explain yourself, Davis? You put up some blue rags in the forest, didn't you?
I didn't.
Sure.
The classic blue rags in a forest prank.
RPC 029 steps out from behind a large oak tree and slowly approaches the campfire.
What the fuck?
Sean runs away from the campfire and into the forest, leaving all of his girlfriends behind.
Yes.
The rest of the group remains in place, petrified. RPC 029 stops approaching them once 10 meters from the group. A loud, deep buzzing noise can be heard emanating from the anomaly.
Okay, Slenderman.
The footage ends abruptly. That last part, oh man.
I'm not sure
Why?
how much of this is intentional, because if you remember the Slender game, when it ended, it would say the footage ends there, or something. And then this says, buzzing, and then it says the footage ends abruptly. Is that purposeful, or?
Well, why would a anomalous blue sniper cause audio artifacts?
Yeah, I mean, no anomalous blue sniper I've ever heard of did that, so.
It's just, I don't understand the theming or the origin of this anomaly. Why are they a sniper? Are they like a modern sniper? Are they a huntsman from long ago? They don't seem to really have much of an identity.
Modern sniper, huntsman from long ago. Sounds like a game title.
Yeah,
Far Cry 7.
None of this is meshing well. It really does just feel like, dude.
Mm-hmm.
What if we gave Slenderman blue rags and a sniper rifle?
Well, also, why would a sniper approach you? They would pick you off from a distance.
Maybe he's not a good sniper.
Then why is he scary?
Damn. Well, I mean, he's an effective close range sniper apparently.
Close range sniper, the Dead Pallet story.
I put a scope on my 357 Magnum. That'll show him.
Yeah, I mean, I do as I said in the beginning, I like the idea of Ghost with a gun. I wrote a story which is about a Wendigo with a gun, because I just thought, ha ha ha, monster plus gun. But, so I like the idea of Ghost plus gun, but, I don't know, I don't hate it so far. It's not like I hate it or dislike it to a big extent, I just sort of am kind of underwhelmed, I guess. Would that be anybody else's take, or just me?
I'm not.
I don't like it.
I'm not engaged by it. It doesn't have an identity. It's trying to couch itself in very, very well-trodden tropes and not doing a good job of it.
Well, I better read this last part here in this section before you guys want to stop reading. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Note, Sean ran away from the forest and contacted local authorities. Damn right I did. Police reached the camping site at 2 a.m. None of the other campers, or girlfriends, nor RPC 029 were found at the site. After viewing the footage recorded on Jeremy's smartphone... smartphone! What?
No, rectangle.
God damn it.
Because rectangle is Ball's girlfriend.
Aww, Ball and rectangle. What's their kid gonna be, an octagon, or what?
Hexagon,
okay.
Yeah.
The police contacted the authority. MST Alpha 3 traveled to the location, applied amnestics to Sean and any involved police officers, and confiscated all items from the camping area for further study.
What's the point?
Octagon can get the bullet too.
God damn it.
It's true.
Addendum period 2. The following audio was recorded emanating from RPC-029 during the events of case this thing that happened previously described up there above.
Okay, so I can just play this and record it while we're going. Do we want to all play it on the count of 3?
So, a note on... number one, I actually really, really, really appreciate getting this sound, maybe generating the sound on your own and including it as part of this, because that's actually very novel. I quite like that. But this is, to my ears, either a sound wave or a square wave kind of just being modulated and layered on top of each other with probably, I guess, the filter opening and then closing, which is fine. But as it's described in the story, it's kind of just a loud, deep buzzing noise. And that should be much more harsh. It should probably be bit crushed or some noise, some white noise filtered in. What is linked here is kind of more musical and melodic. It's just kind of very bass waveforms combined together. It doesn't sound like a horror, Slender Man-esque I know we keep saying that, but that's really what it's evocative of, audio interference. I would probably redo this with something much more harsh, much more creepy, much more experimental. This is very basic. It doesn't sound bad. It just doesn't sound very apt. But I do really appreciate an audio file being in here. It's really cool.
I like sounds.
Abysmii is an audiophile.
He is. Yeah.
I am. That's not an insult. It's an accurate representation.
Yeah.
Abysmii likes music.
Abysmii's a dumb old sound-liker.
You're having Abysmii over here, even though he doesn't have ears.
Yep.
Through extended analysis, the Authority has been able to uncover heavily distorted audio, changing chaotically between low and high pitches. The message was spoken in English through a Russian accent. A transcription of this message follows. Why is it...
Oh my god, it's forensic.
It really is. Why is there a Russian sniper in blue rags in North America?
This is either like some really deep reference we don't get, or this is just a hodgepodge of references.
No, it's just a hodgepodge.
Maybe it'll be explained.
What if it's literally just CJ with Slender Man with blue rags and an SKS?
I'm thinking like
that's my Sonic OC.
Blue Danube or something, but no, I'm not getting anything.
Blue Danube?
I don't know. That was Strauss. That was German. Doesn't count. I don't fucking know.
Is Eiffel 52 or whatever they were they
55!
Russian?
God,
what is it,
45? 55? It's 65.
Whatever.
Eiffel 2077.
No, Abysmii, you don't get to be indignant.
Yes, I do, because I am 6 shots of scotch in, okay? That's why I get to be indignant.
6 shots of scotch. The Abysmii story.
No, the number is it's 65.
It is 65, you're correct.
Shots of scotch is the Abysmii story. They did. Oh no. Who wants to do a Russian accent for this?
Abysmii does.
They did. They did this to me. Decades of running through the twisted hallways of broken mind. Decades of confusion, pain, isolation. Last thing I remember, Nazi bomber flew overhead. No warning. I looked up. Saw a small item drop out. Too small to be bomb. Clearly not a chemical weapon. What was it? It did this to me. They did this to me. What was it? What was it? What was it? And Elias, I want you to repeat that. Never mind. That's too complicated of an editing job. Never mind.
Elias,
it just use it 8 more times.
Elias, delete one of the times he said it instead.
Further research into RPC-oath, whatever his meaning to messages is ongoing, and that's the end of the story.
This is unfocused. That's its biggest problem. It's very, very unfocused. There are elements here that are actually kind of cool, and I like the 4chan post. I like the fact that there is, although it needs work, that there's an audio segment that either this person made, because it feels way too deliberate to just be something they sampled. I think they did make this. But the overall offering is very just confusing, not in a fun way, just very confusing.
When you disassemble this, knowing everything we know now, this is a Russian who died to a Nazi experiment of some sort, because he said it's not a bomb or anything like that.
Correct.
In the United States, in wooded areas, who appears in blue rags with a sniper rifle when campers tell stories about him. When you put it all together like that, it's like, what?
A sniper who appears to people. A long-range killer that shows up. That in and of itself is an enormous oversight. You shouldn't see a sniper. They kill you from a distance, is the point.
Here's the thing. I really like... I like parts of this, and I hate other parts of it.
Yeah, same.
I like the idea of, as I've said many times, and I'll just say this quickly, I like Ghost with a Gun. I like the idea of I like the Ghost with a Gun aspect. I like the general concept of a urban legend ghost haunting the woods actually being someone, displaced by some kind of crazy, sci-fi technological experiment. I like the idea of, it's the guy in the woods who gets the campers, lol, lol, lol. And having it actually be, well, no, it was this guy who was, part of the scientific research in a bunker in the woods or something, that type of thing. But it just is, bringing too much into it, I think, that protracts the concept and distends it and prolapses its anus.
Yeah.
For sure.
Keep it simple, stupid. So we talked about those different notes that you have for what you think is a successful type of story. I think the two big things are the novelty and the charming. Mm-hmm. I think the story was plenty engaging. I think that I was not, for lack of information and flow with the story, I just don't think it was a novel concept because it's too much of a mishmash, and I don't think that it was really charming because there's not like you don't get to know the character. It's not like the most charming thing was the shitpost on 4chan.
Yeah. As I said, if the author of this article wrote that, in an attempt to sound like somebody who posts, silly creepypastas on 4chan, then that was really good.
If they had, if someone had just submitted that 4chan post to us and said, hey, read this, I'd be all for it.
Yeah.
Because, that's fun, and there's enough to glean from that, left up to the imagination, that I think we would have a lot of fun with it. And I think the issue is that it feels like this is a lot of effort to try and fit a very simple concept into a more complicated box. Mm. And it's suffering for that because you just kind of have to make up stuff around it. And the concept itself is not completely thought through. So a lot of this feels kind of half-written and not well thought out. Which doesn't mean that it can't be honed into something much more tight. But yeah, it's just, it really, like I said before, it feels like a hodgepodge of elements.
It was written by Vizlox.
I don't know who that is.
It's just a RPC person. They're pretty popular in the RPC community.
One thing I'll just say quickly and then I'll shut up is I wonder if this ties into anything else that we need to know in order to understand why this is the way it is.
I don't think it does. Yeah. Goatman. So we're gonna read the Goatman. Yeah, let's do that.
What would Goatman? Would Goatman throw goatarangs or tin cans or what?
Brandon, I want you to read the little caption below the image first.
I do want to say I think Goatman would be a good rival to Shitman.
True.
Agreed.
The Goatman, location Beltsville, Maryland. Are you wanting me to say Maryland?
No.
Okay. Date 1971. State aggressive
and angry. Oh, if we ever start our own, or if we ever inspire somebody to create an SCP or RPC type thing, can you please just have that be a level of danger? Just have it say, and angry, as the danger level. Please.
Absolutely.
According to the urban legend, the Goatman is an axe-wielding half-animal, half-man creature that was once a scientist who worked in Beltsville Agricultural Research Center.
Or
the
Bark.
tale...
Uh-huh. Yep.
Bark.
Good thing it wasn't the research facility.
No. That would be terrible.
Could you? I like the way you said that. That'd be terrible. You said it so authentically that I'm picturing these scientists looking at their sign when they cut the ribbon on the new place and going, "Oh no! Oh god! Oh no! Barf! Oh no!"
The tale holds the experimenting on goats until one experiment backfired and he was mutated, becoming goat-like himself. He then began attacking cars with an axe.
Yeah.
Roaming the back roads of Beltsville, Maryland, a variation of the legend tells of the Goatman as an old hermit who lives in the woods, seen walking alone at night along Fletchertown Road.
I like the idea of something that just attacks cars specifically with axes.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. One variation of the story has it that the Goatman was the result of a very early DNA experiment conducted by a scientist named Stephen Fletcher, though other variations suggest a more supernatural origin involving the devil.
Fun fact, Stephen Fletcher was a real person. He really did all that, and he is actually the inspiration for Minecraft Steve. So, yeah.
Uh-huh.
According to University of Maryland... DP, you know that's not true, right?
I just looked up who Stephen Fletcher is, and he's a footballer who he looks like he's successful. He's scored a lot of goals. Scottish Premier League, yeah. Okay. We can confirm this guy, small penis.
All right. According to University of Maryland folklorist Barry Pearson, the ghost legend... Fucking Pearson, you nerd. Why are you hitting yourself, Barry? The Goatman legends began long, long, long ago. This is
in a
our expert
galaxy far
folklorist.
away.
Yeah.
Barry Pearson, former professional American football player. This is just chock full of a bunch of references to football.
It was long, long, long ago. It was the bottom of the ninth. 5 yards to go.
Bottom of
7-10 split.
Par 4.
Looks like they're banning the League of Legends character. Yeah, I botched that one. Fuck you, Brandon.
All right.
Long, long, long ago, and were further popularized in 1971 when the death of a dog was blamed on the Goatman by local residents. There's nothing in the rulebook that says a dog can't be a Goatman fatality. But that's a fucking weird movie. Pearson says bored teenagers keep the Goatman legend alive by repeating the story and suggesting that the creature attacks couples frequenting the local lover's lane, subsequently stirring interest in sites like Fletchertown Road. Okay. So, interesting thing, we didn't organize this at all, but we have 2 stories talking about a creature being kept alive through stories.
You know what's weird? At the end of it is a link to a cryptid wiki that is basically this, but just with more information.
Let's not read that.
No. I'm not saying we should, but no, this was delightful.
We haven't finished this part, though, because there's the sidebar.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Alex Trebek's net worth left his family in tears. And then below that it says, Alex Trebek's net worth left his family in tears. Travel Patriot.
Fandom. I'm sorry, what was the last part?
Travel Patriot.
Oh, okay.
I'm proud to be a patriot where I travel to net worths. Yep.
Recent wiki activity, Unus Annus.
I'm going to check that out next year.
It's blank. There's nothing.
Good.
It's empty.
Who told the story?
Good question. History.
We get tags by Soul Studios, so we can read some other stories by them.
Let's not.
No, let's read Mr. Krabs' Money Man.
I want to read.
Blue's Clues Memory Time?
Hell no.
I want to read The Creation of Siren Head, which will in no way include Trevor Henderson.
Yeah.
I'm gonna skim. No, he's not mentioned. Hilarious.
This has been the Fear Fiction Podcast. Your hosts are Abysmii, Dead Palette, and Slimebeast. Music by Abysmii. Art by C.F. Comer. Voiceover by Atticus Jackson. Edited by Elias the Intern. Subscribe to Fearfic on YouTube to stay up to date on new episodes.
Hello, Ethernet. Welcome to Creepypasta Theory. And today we're taking a look at the real questions. No, not who is Purple Guy in Five Nights at Freddy's. No, not is Sans from Undertale the Purple Guy from Five Nights at Freddy's. No, not even is Purple Guy from Five Nights at Freddy's the next character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now that I've said Five Nights at Freddy's a bunch of times in the first 30 seconds of the video, maybe the algorithm might let me talk about something other than Five Nights at Freddy's. No, today we're talking about Shadow the Hedgehog and asking the real tough, difficult question, is Shadow the Hedgehog dead or possibly in a coma? And if so, who killed him? Well, let's look at the first level of Shadow the Hedgehog. We can see very clearly that there are a lot of golden rings. Where else can we find golden rings? Well, if you think about it, you can find them at Sonic's. That's right, Sonic Drive-In has onion rings, crispy mass-produced onion rings. Well, we're seeing a stronger link than expected between Sonic and Shadow already. Is it possible that the killer of Shadow is Sonic? Maybe. Maybe. But what else can we see in the Sonic the Shadow the video game that will link us to Sonic? Well, of course, there's the notable use of guns by Shadow, which Sonic doesn't. Or does he? It's hard to tell. Everything is a death dream or a coma, as I've already assumed. But what are guns actually used for? Well, they can be used in hunting. But what kind of hunting? That's right, hedgehog hunting. That is, hunting done by hedgehogs. But what are the hedgehogs hunting? You guessed it, the most dangerous game, hedgehogs. It doesn't end there, folks. In Jungian psychology, there is the idea of integrating the shadow. It's the idea that to become a functioning adult, you need to make YouTube videos that get millions of views or you'll have no self-worth. I mean, you need to face the evil inside of yourself and overcome it without being consumed by it. So who is Shadow's shadow? That's right, Sonic. So let's look at the evidence. Shadow likes onion rings, is American, and is a functioning adult. That leads me to believe that Shadow is Purple Guy from Five Nights at Freddy's. But that's just a theory. That's just a fact. It's just a fact. Thanks for watching, 8-year-olds. Buy some of my small, useless pillows.
Blood Incantation is a metal band that I recently found that's really fucking cool. If anything, just look up the song Inner Paths to Outer Space and go on a delightful little trip.
Okay. Yeah, I know that song. I brought up the lyrics from lyricgenius.com. Here's some of the lyrics to that song. They did this to me. Decades of running through the twisted hallways of my broken mind.
They're a Russian band.
Decades of confusion, pain and isolation. The last thing I remember is a Nazi bummer.
Blue. Rags.
It's great because the actual lyrics to that song are non-lexical of just a long growl, and that's it. There's no lyrics, so I appreciate that.
Long growl here for
big chunks.
Anything is a name if you want it enough.
Big country growl.
Let it out of your mouth.
Big country growls. Meows.
He just appears at the end shrugging.
That's why I'm here. What am I doing here?
Yeah, so, blood cats.
Blood Incantation. Meow, you're on the Fear Fiction Podcast again.